Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Old buddy Tim back with another video, and in today's video we are going to look at a recent article from Realtor Magazine that names Huntsville, Alabama as one of the top 10 housing markets expected to lead the nation in 2023. Now, this is exciting stuff because, the past few months has been a little rough here in the old real estate market, actually across the entire country. Things have slowed down, prices coming down, sellers markets flipping to buyers markets, all the stuff that we've been talking about here on the channel. But as you probably know, if you watch these videos, I'm very optimistic about 2023, particularly our housing market here. I just did a video on this, I think earlier this week, where I talked about the fact that in spite of the rising interest rates and in spite of prices coming down, I am very optimistic about our little housing market here in North Alabama in 2023. And you can go watch that video. I'm not going to rehash the reasons why I am optimistic. And then I see something like this, which just makes my optimism grow. Let's go to the computer now. I want to change my glasses and just want to read you some of this latest article that came out today. 10 housing markets expected to lead the nation in 2023. All eyes are on the South, where home affordability, job and population growth, and inventory levels are strongest heading into the new year. So Atlanta was number one. Atlanta looks to be the housing market in the U.S. with the most potential for growth in the new year, according to researchers at the National Association of Realtors. The city, dubbed the New York of the South. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but I understand the connotation. Rose to the top of NAR's list of markets for three main reasons. Atlanta has greater housing affordability than comparable cities. Its population is growing more rapidly, and 20% of renters there can afford to buy a median-priced home, which is much higher than the national average. So that was the criteria. And Atlanta, I've got a buddy in the real estate business over there, and they're right, it is booming. It also boasts a robust and growing job market where many major tech companies such as Apple, Microsoft, and Visa are relocating from the West Coast. Atlanta and Huntsville have an awful lot in common, and I'll show you that in just a second. Even against the backdrop of a national housing slowdown, the South is expected to remain a booming region for home sales in 2023. The demand for housing continues to outpace supply. I can't read today. Outpace supply, says the chief economist Lawrence Yun. The economic conditions in place in the top 10 U.S. markets, all of which are located in the South, interestingly enough, provide the support for home prices to climb at least 5%. So let's take a look at the top 10. Atlanta, number one. Raleigh, number two. Very heavy tech town, Raleigh. Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers, Arkansas, Greenville, Anderson, Malden, South Carolina, Charleston. You notice you got Raleigh, North Carolina, and then you got two in South Carolina. And then there's Huntsville, number 7, followed by Jacksonville, San Antonio, and Knoxville, Tennessee. So let's look really quickly at the criteria that they used for this article and to come up with this list, and then we'll look at the individual criteria as they pertained here to North Alabama. Housing affordability. Now, we talk about this a lot on the channel, the affordability of housing here, how our average home price has gone up considerably over the last year, but we are still very fairly priced compared to the rest of the nation. If we look here, the average home price for Huntsville, $321,000, that's up 10% over the year. Madison, $388,000, up about 6%. Madison County as a whole, which includes hot areas like Owens Crossroads, Hazel Green, Meridianville, it is up 10% to $345,000. So the average home price here is still really good, but under the national average. If we look at around the U.S. as a whole, the average home price in the U.S., $393,000. Now, this says Huntsville's $319. Our local MLS says it's $321, so close enough. You can see Atlanta, the average home price there is $400,000. Nashville, which is an hour and a half north, $440. Birmingham, which is an hour and a half south, $213. Birmingham has kind of been going in the opposite direction. When we look at population, you're going to see how it used to be the #1 city in the state population-wise. Now I think it's number 3. So as far as the affordable housing, we're still very affordable here, even being around the 380 mark. The number of renters who can afford to buy a median-priced home. Now, this simply means this. If a renter, someone who's paying rent, decided to buy a home instead, what portion of those renters are financially sound enough or stable enough to do so? And if we look down at their own criteria here for Huntsville, we are seeing that's going to be about 29%. So that's a pretty darn good average if 29% of renters could buy a home if they wanted to. Now, the big thing there is over the last year here, our inventory has been so low that many people were having to rent instead of buying a home. We also have a really hot construction, new build market here. A lot of folks are renting, waiting for their home to be ready. So 29% of renters who can afford to buy a median-priced home. Those are good numbers. Let's talk about job growth. One of the reasons why Huntsville is such a boom town literally is people moving here for jobs. Like Atlanta, we not only have a really big defense contractor segment here, Boeing, Lockheed, Martin Marietta, SAIC, all of the big dogs defense-wise are here. We also have the tech. We've got Facebook, Google, Amazon, Blue Origin, all of those. And then we've also got a lot of automotive industry here. Mercedes, Hyundai, Toyota, all of them here. So the job growth here has been pretty impressive over the last year or so. If we look at the numbers really quickly, Huntsville has an unemployment rate of 3.1, which is about half of the national average. Huntsville has seen the job market increase by 3.6% over last year. Future job growth, this is the number, folks, over the next 10 years is predicted to be 40%, which is higher than the national average of 33%. The average income of Huntsville residents, $31,000 a year. The U.S. average is $28,000. Median household income of a Huntsville resident is about $49,000 a year. The U.S. average is $53,000, so that's a little low. One of the numbers it doesn't show here is the median income in the city of Madison. Last time I saw numbers, $75,000 to $80,000, because that's where a lot of the engineers who work here live, in the city of Madison. So let me just kind of scroll down here and look at some numbers, what we want to look at. Yeah, we've already looked at the unemployment rate, 3%, job growth, and really recent job growth has been somewhat slow because of COVID. But now they are predicting that it is going to go up as much as 40% over the next 10 years. So those are good numbers. I'm just scrolling through and seeing what else we need to see. So it is a very good job market here. So we check that criteria off. Migration gains and population. Well, if you look at the population of Madison County in 2021 was 395,211, 17.6% up from the previous year. Huntsville is now the largest population center in the state. Formerly it was Birmingham and then Montgomery. Well, Huntsville overtook those guys, and now it is Huntsville's #1, Montgomery, and then Birmingham is #3. Montgomery, Birmingham, and Mobile have all lost population over the last year, while Huntsville Metro and the Madison County has gone up tremendously, and we do not see that stopping anytime soon. As long as the economy here is booming and we have the industry and the jobs that we have, we're going to see a lot more growth population-wise. And if you want to check these numbers, you can just go to usafacts.org and you can do a lot more research. I'm going to do a breakout video on the population here, and we're going to talk in that video as well as about race and ethnicity in the city or in Madison County. So we'll save that for another video. Job growth, migration gains, an increase in active housing inventory, and less severe shortages. If we go back over to my MLS here, we are and have been for the last 20 years at a 20-year low in inventory, or for the last year or so, meaning that the number of available houses has actually been down dramatically. Well, now they're back on the rise. What we're seeing is, because of the time of year, interest rates, that sort of thing, the market's slowing, and as the market slows, more inventory comes on the market. Now, we are still at a very slim market here. If we, let me see, months supply, you can see if no other homes go in the MLS, we'll be out of houses in a month and a half, 2 months. This is very much a seller's market. And you can see it's kind of flatlined recently after going up a little bit. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to see more inventory coming on the market, especially when you look at new construction. Because new construction numbers are really on the rise here because, and we talk about this a lot, you know, we've got Huntsville, we've got Madison, well, all around the little area there, we're seeing a lot of new construction, a lot of new starts. So the inventory is just going to go much higher than where we are right now, okay? So looking at the criteria, housing affordability, number of renters who can afford to buy a medium-priced home, job growth, population growth, an increase in active housing, and less severe housing shortages have all gone into making Huntsville, Alabama, the number 7 housing market expected to lead the nation in 2023 from Realtor Magazine. So I thought those numbers were interesting. You know me, I'm a numbers guy. I like looking at this sort of thing. And all of the numbers point to the fact that we are going to have a very robust housing market here in 2023. So, hey, don't forget, if you are interested in relocating here to North Alabama, or you are already here and you would like the assistance of the fastest growing little independent brokerage in town, that is Revolved Realty, 92 agents now, ready to go to work for you. And I talk to somebody literally every day. I'm contacted by folks here off the YouTube channel looking to relocate here, either for work, for retirement, for play, that sort of thing. And don't forget, if you like what we do here on the channel, give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and that way, if you click the notification, you will never miss another video. And God forbid you miss these videos, because they are an entertainment value. And they're absolutely free. So, all right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you got any questions or comments about any of the things we've discussed on the video today, do me a favor, drop them in below, and I will see you in the comments. All right, that's it, guys. Get out, make it a great day. I will talk to you soon.